Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3 already of the OnokoKast. We're going to have a great podcast as always, featuring two great guests. We're supposed to have three, but movement is a casual. So, we have to unfortunately go with two guests. First guest is Renegade Operative.
What's up, people? This is Renegade Operative here, and I wanted to say first record on air that Moonman is a giant, sloppy, late casual, and his children will be casuals, and his descendants will be casuals. So I just wanted to get that out there since he's late as fuck right now.
Alright, that's the long statement from Renegade Operative.
Yes, indeed.
Go ahead.
I said indeed.
Alright.
But you can go on.
Next guest is Elvis, aka TheSuperiorArtist.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
And Moonman's a fag. The end.
So, how's everybody doing?
Doing all right.
I'm a little bit tired, but I decided to get up and make it for this because I didn't want to miss out since I missed out last week with Mughal and Bane. So I tuned in for that, actually, and it was pretty good. I didn't know that you were hosting a podcast until people were telling me about it. So this was definitely a pleasant experience to be a part of, to do something that's, outside of the usual SOcast, and to get interviewed and have some questions answered on there. I definitely would love to be like a guest again if this comes up or if the opportunity comes up for anyone else. You could just talk to Lester, or you can let me know you want to be referred to him, and I'll definitely give you a shout out, man.
Thank you for doing it for the last podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for appearing on this one.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, honestly.
It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you, man.
First question is to Renegade.
Oh, what's this question about?
Are you ready for Why the Hell What to Listen?
I'm not really looking forward to it. I've seen a lot of people just absolutely trash that game. And I see some that says, it's not even worth it. It's just a piece of shit third-person shooter that you really aren't going to have much time invested in. It's just for the charity and the podcast. So I'm going to bite the bullet whenever I get the chance. And whenever I gather some money up, I'm going to bite the bullet, order the burrito bowls, and possibly get some alcohol in me so I can tolerate something like that, because I honestly despise playing bad games. I'm very vocal about them. I love to be known, this game is absolutely terrible. It's a waste of my time. So I have a feeling that I need to be heavily intoxicated in order to endure it in the first place. So I'm going to put the liquor as an incentive to try to bear through it. And maybe I'll have some fun times with everyone else in the chat. Who knows? But in terms of being ready for it, I am not going to like that game 100% at all. If bikers are glitching through the air, flying into space, and all that silly stuff, then yeah.
But Ren, the nude scenes.
Oh yeah, you can apparently have sex with a woman and you're fully clothed. I didn't know that was even possible. And what makes it funnier is these women are like being tortured horribly by pimps. And the player's response is to have sex with her. I don't understand that at all.
All right. The next question, I guess, goes to both of you guys. Have you played with Jason and MKX, and how is he so far?
I have not played Jason Mortal Kombat X. I have not bought the combat pack yet, or the individual character comes out next week, so I may buy it then, but I have no thoughts on it at the moment.
I feel the same way, me neither. I have not purchased the combat pack because there's two reasons why I didn't get it. The first reason is it was way too expensive at launch. You're dropping $40 on top of that $60, so you're paying obviously more. And since it was DLC that was unreleased, which released up to the second reason, I feel that until they are out and you can play with them in the premiere towers and get a feel for how those characters are, I feel that it's not even worth the time invested because I don't know how they feel, how they look. I mean, Jason does look fun. Don't get me wrong from what I've seen. I see him in the combat cast. I like his resurrection technique where he comes back from the dead if he gets meter and he can actually keep attacking the opponent. But other than that, I'm waiting to see how this gets dragged along. And will there be a discount in the future? It's always best to look out for deals in the future with games because you never know. You could not be paying $40. You could be paying $20 in the next couple of months. So that's what I'm waiting for.
All right. Guys, what are your thoughts on the Konami Metal Gear Solid clothing line that came out yesterday or today?
You want to take this one, Torres, first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, well, I think that it was very disastrous and coming off the heels of bad PR, like for Silent Hills being canceled and the stuff that's flying around with Kojima possibly being fired, that was not a good time to announce a clothing line. If anything, they should have came out right away and squashed all the blanket statements that were going on with Konami and the company and made something positive like, I think the best scenario for them is to not kick Kojima to the curb and to let him leave in a positive light. At least it'll show that they have some integrity. But no, we're going to have this 80s style sort of clothing line and the kids are going to love it and we're coming off of this bad PR. So what the work that could happen? And I saw what happened on their Facebook post where every single person kept on photoshopping a Hideo Kojima game on top of that clothing line label. And it just made me smile because the way that they're treating him now, it shows that a lot of fans are really against that. It shows that a lot of people are adamant about Konami. And it's going to continue in the future unless they don't make any positive changes for themselves or let him go peacefully. That's how I see it. I think that all the flack is warranted until they decide to sit down and peacefully resolve the situation. But until then, they're going to keep getting made fun of, and they're going to keep having those Hideo Kojima game labels stuck on the front of that box. So, what's your opinion on this, Torres?
I'm pretty much feel the same way you feeling right now. I just hope that maybe Kojima in the future makes his own company. He can make any game he wants since he's done with Konami. Well, they kicked him out, whatever.
Yeah, that's my main dream for him is to go independent because all the developers that Capcom has like put out of the company or they're not in contact with anymore, like Kenji Inafune and Shinji Mikami, they went on to make their own studios. Kenji Inafune actually made a Kickstarter for Mighty No. 9, and that went well. So it goes to show you that, you know, these guys are doing bigger and better things. And in the end, Capcom still has Mega Man dead, and Resident Evil probably never going to be the same, even if they keep pumping out sequel after sequel. So I feel they feel their integrity is being stomped on. They definitely need to go out and go independent because that's the best route for them to go.
Yeah, I was actually thinking maybe if Kojima has any idea for anything, if he can kickstart it, he'll probably get enough money to make the game.
Oh, definitely. There was actually a big success with Rare with a little platformer called Yooka-Laylee or something like that. And they actually got like $1 million on Kickstarter in about 30, 40 minutes. And this is a company that, Rare, this is a company that Microsoft has been sitting on for quite some time now and not doing anything with them. So that just goes to show you how many people are invested in properties like that, and they will pay top dollar for Kickstarter. So I say that any independent developer that's in a company that feels their dreams are getting squashed, just go to Kickstarter and see what happens. You never know.
Guys, how's Daredevil on Netflix?
I say Torres takes this one first.
It's pretty damn good. I was actually watching it before the podcast even began. It's my second time watching it. It's a pretty damn good show, and for Marvel Netflix, it's pretty damn dark. Some people will complain about the Marvel movies, how they're so lighthearted for kids and shit. If you watch this show, you're gonna be like, damn, Marvel has balls for making this show super dark and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the violence is, when you see what Kingpin does to a guy, I don't want to spoil the full scene, but when you see the metamorphosis of Kingpin, because you see how he's all like lighthearted and he's not really all mad in the beginning, you figure, oh man, this is not the Wilson Fisk I know. Where's his criminal mastermind? Where is his violent side? When you see him snap for the first time, you swear you're not watching a Disney product. I mean, it is just great goodness and dark and grittiness that has came to a Marvel series, and I haven't seen anything like that in a long time, especially compared to the first Daredevil. It's really well-rounded in terms of the content that's there for the Daredevil Netflix series. I hope they do something like that with like the Punisher. That'd be freaking perfect. You have Frank Castle going around, blowing people away, having his own storyline. I think a lot of people will like that since Marvel is revitalizing a lot of franchises.
I was thinking maybe they could introduce him in season 2, then later get his own show.
Oh yeah, definitely. Charlie Cox, this is something that I gotta applaud on his side, because as an actor, he really wants all these people from the Marvel Cinematic Verse in there. He wants Spider-Man, he wants Punisher. I think Kingpin also wants Spider-Man, so he can beat him up a little bit. I think that'll be interesting to see. The more they keep crossing these characters over, the more interesting story opportunity. And someone has a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
I think it was Torres. I think he had to mute. But that's how I feel about it. Overall, Marvel's Daredevil, it is a great watch. It's like a superhero crime drama. It's like an odd combination at first, but you get used to it the more the episodes go on. It leaves you like hanging on the hook in terms of suspense. So if you watch it, if you're curious or on the fence about it, I say you should give it a shot and binge watch it like I did. You won't regret it. So, any more questions for your guest, Onoko?
A bunch more. So, Renegade, how is college going for you?
College is fine. It's like, it was a weird experience at first because I wasn't expecting to jump from school to school like that. I originally went to graduate school, and it was pretty taxing from what I see. College is a little bit more relaxed because you can set your own schedule. If you want to go in the morning or you want to go in the evening or afternoon, you can set your own classes. They give you a number of courses you want to take, and you could decide if you want to take some courses next semester. My college is very flexible with what's going on. The computer work and everything like that, the only thing I will say to anyone aspiring to get into college is you have to study. You cannot be slacking off 100% of the time because you're going to get a big fat incomplete. I tried to do that on my first semester, and that didn't go so well. But when I went back and I was reading everything and I was getting the hang of it, I was really learning what the course had to offer. So I say take some time out, try to study. Don't be intimidated by things like prices, because my original classes was like $8,000, but I got like financial aid, so that dropped that down to $1,000. And then just keep pushing forward. Show that you really want to do this and pursue this as a career in terms of just sitting and slacking around, because I thought that those days were really over when I was in high school. I slapped around enough. It's time to go out there and get a career.
Definitely. When do you graduate?
I graduate in about, let me check my calendar here on my computer. I graduate in about 3 more weeks. So technically the ceremony for graduation is on Friday. So we're getting prepared for that. It's a huge deal. Gonna have a lot of fun there. But in terms of turning on my paperwork, I have about at least 3 more weeks to do that. What I'm trying to do now is finish up some paperwork for Server Administration 2, and then I can go to Server Administration 3, no problem, and get that work out of the way. So I honestly can't wait. I already told them I wanted to come back for a second semester and then go to another college and try to work off some extra classes from there. But yeah, all you got to do is just be determined and you'll be successful. That's how it usually works.
How's your PC?
Oh man, PC gaming. I don't know where to begin. The fact that you can play stuff with like mods and emulation, because I tried mods on Resident Evil Revelation 2. It was pretty badass. People were unlocking stuff that wasn't even in the game yet, that you had to beat all the episodes for. So I thought that was a nice touch. I thought that emulators is a nice touch. The only problem I have is that sometimes not all of them work. You're going to run into some frustrations here or there with getting emulators to work properly, especially with the PS2 one, because that seemed to be the most finicky to me. But once you get things to work properly and set up, it's definitely a gem to behold. I'm actually thinking about upgrading more parts on my PC so I can have more horsepower to it. But that's definitely going to come in the future because I want to just try to get more equipment and also relatively work with what I have.
So, is the list still here?
Say that again?
Is the list still here?
I'm not sure. I think he muted.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, he muted. He just have like a lot of kids running around in the background, but I know how that goes with background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, my old headphones, like they stopped working, so I gotta talk through the speaker.
But if you want to ask him some questions and see if you can give that a shot, you can go for it.
So tell me this.
Yeah.
When did you start vlogging?
Wait, say it again?
When did you start vlogging?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got so much background noise. I can't even hear you. Fuck.
He said, when did you start drawing?
Oh, I started drawing like early 2000. Like I could say like maybe 2001 or 2. And I started doing I think I started doing comic books of my own probably in 2006, 7. Then in 2010, I started doing animation, and I pretty much do them all whenever I have a chance to do it.
That's good.
Are you going to make any new animation stories?
I was actually working on one before we start the podcast. I'm working on like a couple of them, but I'm just doing them all like step at a step, like make sure I like do one part of it and just go back to whenever I want to. And plus, that Panda lead drawing, I'm going to probably work on it this week. But I just really want to work on my animations because I haven't done none of that since before when I was in school.
That sounds excellent, man.
Yep.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.
So, let's move on to the next segment. So, guys, how did you come across DSP?
I'll take this one first. I came across DSP sometime around 2009. It was like on my own accord. I remember watching this guy stumble through Modern Warfare 2, and I didn't remember who he was at the time. I was just like, oh shit, that's really funny. So I watched one of his videos randomly somewhere. And like, I gotta find this guy again because he sounds like the same dude that does this Heavy Rain montage that I'm looking at now. There were a lot of people that were making clips of the funniest moments from Heavy Rain. I remember watching some fan videos about it. I was like, I linked it together, and he was like the same guy. So I started watching DSP for a little while. Became a casual fan of his around 2010. What broke the camel's back for me was around 2013. He was playing Metal Gear Rising, and everyone knows he was doing absolutely trash at the game. Yeah. He was getting his ass kicked by Monsoon, I believe. It was a giant spectacle to the point where he disabled comments on his video. And I was saying to myself, oh man, I've been watching this guy for years and he's shitting on developers like this. He's shitting on games like this. How is his reactions live? So I found his Twitch account and he was streaming MGR one day. And I was trying to talk in the chat. You know, I was being calm and civil and everything because I was still a fan of his. And I think that Pen Lee blocked me because I was on one of his live streams. I said the fact that he said that someone had ADD or something because they wasn't giving him enough attention. And I asked, how do you know that for sure, DSP? How do you know if someone's ADD or someone's diagnosed with an illness or not? And apparently blocked me. And I was like, wow, okay. I asked a simple question if DSP knew about that, and she blocked me. So that's when I started becoming like anti-DSP. I unsubscribed to him like in 2014. I think it's on the cusp of 2014, and then I stopped watching his content. But This How You Don't Plays came in my mind beforehand, and I did my first one with This How You Don't Play Mortal Kombat. And it went relatively well. A lot of people was asking for new ones, so I decided to take fan requests and do more. I think the best case was Street Fighter, X Tekken, and Marvel vs. Capcom, because I didn't know he was that bad at fighting games, so someone told me after the fact.
Okay.
So that's how I ran into DSP. I saw how crappy his community was, and I decided to say, oh man, well, that's not good to me at all. I might as well see what I can do and show people how he really acts. And so far, I've been doing a good job with that.
Great job.
Yeah, great job.
This is How You Don't Play.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more. Like, I really want to do Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse, but it's just the fact that Phil's commentary is just very, very dry now. It doesn't even appeal to me as someone who's looking for entertainment for it anymore. So I'm trying to like slog through that so I can get it out there. It's gonna take a while, but when I get out there, it's still gonna be good. I did like 24 minutes in, and it still has the same amount of quality as the older This How You Don't Plays I made.
Yours?
Mr. Torres, how did you meet DSP? I think he died.
Oh, wait, hold on for a second.
All right.
I got something to do real quick. I'll answer the question in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Well, since it's gonna take him a minute, see if there's any more questions for me, Lester.
Renegade.
Hmm.
How much money would it take to buy Pendley soap?
To me personally, it would cost me $0.00 because I would not buy any of that crap for the world. It baffles me how there's so many fanboys, and you know, this might be blunt or whatever, but we all know it's true. There's so many fanboys that want to fuck her that they go out of their way to buy her soap, to buy all her products, to buy all the crap that she makes, and you know, kiss her ass and whatnot. But I mean, in terms of the soap making business, she's just not doing. She's just not gonna do something that will sustain two people in a giant household. Unlike Phil, who's bleeding through from YouTube. I heard she tried to come back and make gameplay videos, but again, she's so irrelevant that I don't even waste my time watching it, to be honest.
Yeah. What is your favorite This Is How You Don't Play?
That's a tough one. I actually really, really like This Is How You Don't Play Black Mesa from Christmas Bedpan.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to get into the Half-Life series. Like, before I made a gaming rig, I was always trying to get into the Half-Life series. And I didn't want to buy the orange box because people were saying how it was inferior and all this other stuff and how you should play it on PC. So I always wanted to get into it. But then when I saw the Black Mesa project, I was really invested into it on the side. And then I figured out that DSP played it like, I don't know, like, I think he played it on launch or a year later, I'm not sure, but I know he played it like way later. And then someone made this how you don't play for it. And that's when I was already on the border of not liking him. And when I saw that, it just made me completely laugh. It was full of hilarious moments as him saying that his gun was bugged and he couldn't shoot a turret and the turret killed him, and the whole crouch jumping fiasco where he could not figure out how to do that for the life of him. I think that was the perfect combination for This How You Don't Play, because it has the right amount of fail in it. For me, This How You Don't Play is perfect if he fucks up a lot, and if it's so obvious for him to succeed, but he just fails anyway, and he doesn't get any help and research until the very end. It's just one of those moments that is comedy gold at his own stupidity. So that's my favorite. This is How You Don't Play. If I had a runner-up, though, I would definitely say Metal Gear Solid 3, because seeing a guy try to take on a legendary sniper with a shotgun, that just goes down in history of stupid moments.
That was pretty stupid.
That whole thing was a fiasco, and I think people are going to be on board with seeing him play MGS5, but not for his DSP positive or whatever hashtag. They're looking to see him fuck up, and I think he's going to fuck up royally at that game, because what Kojima has done, a lot of that game seems hidden, because we have not seen Snake engage in a boss fight in Phantom Pain yet. We seen the Volgan boss fight or whatever. He's on the back of a horse and he's shooting at Volgan's spirit, but we haven't seen a legit boss fight. So I feel that the boss fight might have a knack of mysteriousness to them, and that's where Phil's probably gonna fuck up, because he's new to the game, but he's gonna want to shit on Kojima because that's his stick now, and at the same time he's gonna be legitimately frustrated.
Speaking of DSP videos, a couple days ago, I asked the community to vote on the DSP video of the week for episode 3. And, like episode 1, it is a tie.
Oh.
Between hashtag DSP fanvid, Nomad Edition by Nomad, and DSP Twilight fabricating quotes from Generous from Fred Fox.
Oh, okay. Well, I seen both of those. I seen a little bit of the fabricating quotes, and I seen the Nomad edition. They were pretty good, actually.
So you will be the tiebreaker. Who should be the DSP video of the week?
I would love to see a DSP fan vid watch and see reactions out of that, because they're just utterly fucking hilarious with how he gets in front of that green screen, and people have so much creativity to do with making either DSP run away from fireworks, making him like turn into the Predator. I just think those moments are very hilarious. But still kudos to Fred Fox for making the fabricating quotes thing. I did not think that it was really going to go that far. I thought that Phil was actually going to get away with calling out that journalist. But when AJ put him on blast, it was just a beautiful thing to withhold. And I hope that the same thing happens with Tim Schafer, even though I don't think Tim Schafer is going to reply to him. But I figure if this thing picks up steam with what he said about Tim Schafer, then maybe there'll be a response. Maybe Phil will be apologizing, because every time he says something negative, he always apologizes like a little baby. So I'm hoping that blows up in any other future situation.
Alright, so Nomad wins the DSP video of the week. Congratulations to Nomad. And Fred Fox loses for the second time.
Oh, yeah. For as a casual, that will go on record too. Quite the casual.
Yep. So, Renegade.
What's up?
What do you think of AngryJoe?
What I think of who again?
AngryJoe.
And who might that be?
Some casual on YouTube who reviews games. He's mad at Nintendo.
Oh, you mean AngryJoe? Okay. Well, this is my opinion of AngryJoe. Hopefully, this gets across to the people who figure I'm just blatantly crapping on him. Yes, I was a fan of his. That's how the whole thing started. I was a fan of his in, late 2011, where I picked up on one of his reviews. And I also was around when he was talking about the Mass Effect stuff and the ending, and I thought it was very good, what he was mentioning about the ending being subpar. So I was following him, but it wasn't until afterwards of the Google Content ID video that I began to dislike him, because I figured that for a guy who is on YouTube and he's complaining about all his problems and he quit his real-time job just to pioneer on YouTube, I thought that was honestly a bad idea, and that was a lot of stuff that I felt he wasn't taking responsibility for as an adult. I figure he put himself in the rut himself, and it's really nobody else's fault besides his, because he wanted to rely on an automated robot as his boss. So I actually stumbled across something else, and that was the AngryJoe Sucks vlog. And I found like a lot of stuff there. I mean, the AngryJoe Sucks blog, I'm sorry. I found a lot of stuff there. This blog, I found a lot of stuff there that showed AngryJoe saying just completely nasty stuff to people. And, you know, he's crapping on people. He's telling people to fuck off. He's telling people, you know, don't talk to him a certain way. And I was like, holy crap, man, he's really an asshole on social media. It's unreal, to the point where I figured I'm going to say something to this guy, and I want to see what his response would be. So I put out a blanket tweet of people on GameFAQs talking shit about him, and he caught wind of it. And then I showed him like a post that said, yeah, this is what these people think about you. They think you're complete shit. So that's when everything blew up from there. And do I regret it? No, because now it's like he thinks I'm public enemy number one when I don't even talk about him that much. It just goes to show you how once you say something that's against someone else and they have a giant fan base, it shows how big the backlash can be. But again, I really don't like him. I think my opinion is he can be quite the prick. And do I have anything against him further? I mean, no, I have my own life to live. That's as obvious as it gets.
So, next question. I'm not sure you're going to answer this one. Kill, marry, or bang? AngryJoe's ex-girlfriend.
Oh, I fucking kill that bitch. Oh, hell no. Like, at first, I was, like, when she said I was cute, I was just taken by surprise. I wasn't even like attracted to her or anything. I just noticed that on her Instagram, she posts those very racy pictures, and everyone was using it in the AngryJoe Sucks vlog. And it's like, oh yeah, look at this Serbian giant nose woman posting in this half naked bikini or whatever. I'm like, oh okay. And then when she got in the conversation, I was like, oh, what the fuck. Her personality is just as shitty as Joel's, so I would kill her and I would bang Kate Upton or something.
That's weird. Next segment is the weird questions from Stefan, and this goes to Renegade Operative if he's here. Question for both. If the two of you had to fight in the main streets of Connecticut, who would win?
Okay, let me just ask one quick question before we do these questions. Is Torres still here or is he gone?
I'm sorry.
I was trying to stay in, but just a lot of background noise.
Okay.
Okay, you said this is a question for both. Could you repeat it, please?
This person asked, if the two of you had to fight in the main streets of Connecticut, who do you think would win?
Well, obviously, I will win, and I will out ESP out of the game because of his bad back.
Mm-hmm.
Who wins, Torres?
I would obviously win.
You would say that.
I am superior.
All right. Let's question.
Yeah, the superior gang member.
The superior game.
Yeah. I like that.
All right.
So what's the next question?
Next question comes from Anonymous, and she asked, question for both. If you could have sex with any female on the planet and she'd be yours forever, but it meant having to perform a one-time only three-way with the other guest caller, would you do it?
No. I'm not. I'm not banging any other dude just to get my hands on Jennifer Lawrence. That's not happening.
What if it was Kate Upton?
I would probably cheat. I'll say, I could get Phil to do it. Like, he could take the L right there if I pay you enough.
What do you think, Kellis?
That ain't worth it. I'm not doing it.
What if it's a three-way with, like, you, Pandely, and the girl of your dreams?
No. Pandely is a boner killer. She kills it.
Well, I mean, she kills plenty of things. Like, she kills men's dick in her mouth. Have you seen, like, her choppers lately?
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
Her teeth is like, I swear, if you take a close glance at it, it looks like she's Melina 2.0 from Mortal Kombat X.
Oh, God. You know what? I would actually prefer Melina over Pandely.
Oh, man. Well, I would say you would join the ranks of Pascal for the second guy in the SOK who loses his groin.
No head, though.
Well, Pascal has it worse. He has a snapping turtle as a girlfriend, so...
Yeah. Last question. If both of you were in a horror film, who would be the first one to die?
Well, we're both black men, so I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but black guys don't last long in horror movies.
Yeah.
You know what I would do? Just to be so simple, I'll paint my skin white. I won't die quick enough.
I'll always be strapped. Like, a creepy serial killer madman come out of the woods, I'll be like, yeah, I got this 45 right here for you. Come on, get it.
Or that too.
Like, I don't know where people get like
a horror film where the black person lives.
Shit. I think Scream 3 counts, doesn't it? No, wait. I'm not sure the black dude died in there or not.
Alien vs. Predator, a black woman lives, but that's all I can remember.
I think Scream 2, like, the black cameraman or whatever, he said, fuck this, I'm out of here. He left everybody, like, in the dust. As soon as Jamie Kennedy died, he's like, nope, I'm done. But some people don't consider Scream to be a horror movie, so I can't tell you which one that I personally would consider, because I've seen so many horror movies in my lifetime, it's unreal.
Alright, this one goes to Renegade. If you and me...
Alright.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was waiting for the question. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, that's alright. If you and Moonman were hiking in the forest one day, and a venomous snake was to leap out of the grass and bite Moonman in the claws, would you suck out the venom or leave a brother hanging?
What the Oh, yeah, I would tell Moonman, you got like 2 minutes to live. I'm sorry, bro. I can give you a handshake, but we're cool, but not that cool.
Hey, that's messed up.
So Moonman would be a deceased man in about 2 minutes.
Deceased man.
So what's Torres' answer? You gonna take that L and suck the venom out of Moon Man's crotch?
Nope. I'll let Moon Man die.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Moon Man. It's too many. You were a cool guy and all, but there's no way I'm doing that.
Good question. Next question. What is the best meme inside joke commodity SOK?
Let me see. Best meme. I still have to say is Loophole breaking his games. Yeah. That is just that the way that's spread out like that, and now he's known for breaking shitty games. I think people were also expecting something like that to probably happen at Tokyo Game Show or E3 is bad. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but if it's a shit show, Loophole will definitely shit on it at the end of the show. So I say everyone should be looking forward to him either breaking his Xbox or throwing his PlayStation out of the window.
Well, Sega won't be there, so don't expect Shenmue or anything Sega related.
Ooh. Shooting already.
Alright. Next question to Moon Man. This isn't here. Is Moon Man single?
He's gay. He's pretty gay not to be here. So just pick. Go on, Torres.
He did say he was in the moon rocks, but I don't know.
Oh, so he's a Moonanite now.
Yeah.
He likes to get it on with asteroids. I mean, I don't swing that way, but I'm sure the terra firma up there is pretty relaxing for him.
All right. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I have a question. Who are you planning to get next week for the OnokoKast?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I don't know. Maybe Loophole. I don't know.
I think you should try to get Moon Man one more time. Let's see if he can make it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, get Moon Man, Loophole, and I will say, who else hasn't been on here yet? I want to take a look at the list, actually.
Has Shogun been on here yet?
No.
You get him.
Yeah, maybe Sogoff, Moman, if it's not casual, and Loophole.
Definitely get Shogoff, man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Hey, he's cool. I think he could spruce up the moments and shit when he gets asked questions or whatever. Whenever he's not a casual.
Any more questions for me?
Let's see. I have a question. Actually, it correlates to a question that was asked earlier. But seeing as how you're looking forward to NGS5, how do you feel about the Konami situation with Kojima and how they're treating him? Because I heard a lot of... There was a video called Investigation Kojima versus Konami. And an employee said that they're trying to actually force people to quit their jobs by sabotaging the equipment, by not fixing stuff, by making sure elevators don't work, which are real safety hazards and really fucked up.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about a situation like that? And do you feel that once he leaves the company, Konami is done forever?
If you mind my language, I think that the whole thing is a total clusterfuck. It's not gonna end well, you know. And I'm really worried about Metal Gear Solid 5 now. I mean, is it gonna run on time? Is it gonna get delayed? Are they gonna cancel the game? I hope not.
I think that's the worst. Like I said on the SoCast, I think them canceling MGS5 is the worst case scenario. Now, granted, we were discussing this on the SoCast, and we were saying how Kojima was like, basically done with the game, and how a lot of people like Donna Burke came out, and Snake's Japanese voice actor came out and went on record about it. And he said that while the rumors might be true, just stick in there and support the game if you really love it, because this is really Kojima's swan song in the end, and this is the game that he's going to want to make. So I don't think that they're going to compromise that integrity, because they're going to want a piece of the cash cow when NGS5 comes out. That would be literal suicide on their behalf if they decide to sabotage that game in its current state now, and it's already about to be finished.
Definitely. I'm also worried about, are we going to see like Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed, or let's Metal Gear Solid, we'll see a Metal Gear Solid every year. Because I think they're already trying to get people to make that game.
They are, actually, yeah. They're looking for a new development team of people to create a new Metal Gear. So I'm assuming what they're going to do is, because Metal Gear was in Kojima's hands and they don't have anyone competent enough to direct it, they're going to try to get a new director and get new team members to scramble onto the project. I don't think that that's a good idea, because eventually they're going to be pumping out just quantity over quality, and it's just not going to be as good as the previous Metal Gears if they do that. Yeah. I think that if they were just going to, if Kojima was going to leave in a perfect world, I say that they shouldn't have let him leave on a bad note. Even if that was his decision to leave, they should have at least, came out, made a press release saying, at least he's leaving on good terms. They should have went and did a sequel to Metal Gear Rising, because that was something that a lot of people liked as a side series, and they're not fucking up with the main series. They could simply say, yeah, Metal Gear Solid is over, but we're still going to continue with Metal Gear Rising and try to do it from there. And they should have kept Silent Hills going with Del Toro, because Del Toro has been wanting to make a video game since Insane, which was for THQ, and that got canceled. So the fact that he's going through this again, they should at least throw him a bone and let him say, we're keeping Del Toro on board. We're going to try to get some Team Silent members here or there, and we're going to try to work on this game and see it through completion and see what happens. That would have been the best case scenario, but worst case scenario is they're sabotaging MGS5, and it's not going to end well for them. I think if they do that, Konami might be the most hated company I've seen in recent memory since Ubisoft, and that's a pretty big thing to step up to.
Yeah, and EA.
Yeah, and EA. EA is garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully Konami will change its mind.
I'm hoping so. That'll be the best solution. Try to end it on a positive note instead of a negative one. I mean, you may have your PR damaged, but in the end, at least you'll show you have some integrity in the end. Letting it go like this and having a bunch of people quit the company, that isn't going to keep them afloat, at least in terms of video games in America. I heard that Konami sells like different stuff in Japan, so they better rely on them casino slots, because if they're going to sabotage their video game front, then it's going to be over with.
Yeah. And for God's sake, put Kojima's name back where it belongs.
Yeah, I agree. It's his MGS is his baby. He's been working with you guys for years. I don't see why you feel the need now to take his name off the projects when he mostly, had a big vision for them. If anything, they should be ashamed of themselves for doing that.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Shame. Any more questions?
A big shame. Let me see. How's PC gaming going for you, Onoko?
Well, I got my rig in front of me, so all I gotta do is put the operating system in it, and it'll be ready to go. So definitely excited for that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like Steam, I would say anyone who is on the fence about PC gaming, Steam is worth it, man. Because when you see insane sales that go on each and every time, and they're like $5, $10, full price games, you can really snatch a bargain off of this service. And not to mention, if a game is really too rare, because in any happenstance, if I want to pay for a game, I could go out and pay for it. But if it's a game that's really rare, like $200, $300, and it's hard to get a copy, I will be the first on record to emulate it. So you have that, and you have plenty of other multimedia advantages to your PC that you can have. So I think it's going to be definitely worth it when you get into it.
No questions, or what you thought of?
I think I asked like the most. Torres, you have any questions?
Shit, I don't have any questions for him.
Oh, okay. I think that's it. The Renegade, when can we find you?
Hold on, say that again.
Renegade, where can we find you on social media?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Operative Ren. You can find me on YouTube at Renegade Operative. I am currently still working on This How You Don't Play DBZ Xenoverse. Might take me a little time because this week I have graduation coming up and I have some paperwork to turn in the week after. But my spring break is going to come around very soon. They're trying to reserve a seat for me in class that might make me go back earlier. But in any case, I'm going to try to get it out at least before the next 2 weeks.
Always, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at BadassArtist100, and I'm currently working on my animations and stuff. Might give y'all updates on it, and I will definitely give y'all updates on the Panda Lead drawing. Ugh.
Oh, that's gonna be a sight not to behold.
Yep.
And of course, you can find me on Twitter at OnokoKast. You can find me on YouTube at OnokoKast. And hopefully soon, Twitch TV at OnokoKast. And yeah, it'll be great. So, if there's nothing else.
Nope. I answered all my questions, and to give a special extension, I hope the OnokoKast goes on well next week. And I would love to come back sometime. So anytime you want to consider it, Lester, just let me know in a DM, and I'll get right on that and talking to you.
All right. Thank you guys for being guests on the OnokoKast. And I will see you next week.
No problem. You're welcome, man. Anytime.
See you next week. And
yeah.
Oh, what did you say?
I said yeah. I'll definitely be next week. Looking forward to it. And I think Torres has some background noise, so that's why he didn't sign off on anything. But yeah. And Moon Man, get on the fucking cast, you late motherfucker, you.
Yeah, you casual.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll see you next week. And until then, have fun and